What's up, YouTube? It's Ladder Steve from Racking and Reeling here. We're on our way home from Key West, and we decided to stop off here in St. Augustine. We're going to check out the Fountain of Youth. You ever down here before?
Been to St. Augustine, but I don't remember coming here as a kid to the Fountain of Youth, so let's check it out.
Let's hope it works anyways. We ain't getting any younger. Really young.
12. So, how many adults did you say? 3.
They actually provide cups for this to happen. All right, there goes nothing. I'm starting to feel a little fuzzy. How about you? Wow, what's happening to me? What's happening? What's happening?
I'm young.
Yeah, so I mean, it kind of worked. I feel younger. No. Still old. Male.
Here's the start of a drill bit. Broken piece of the heart of the conch of the shell. It's the hardest part of the animal, the heart. The sure was found there too.
Nice.
Yeah, you would just rub that on the rock to get a sharp point, and it cut a hole into the leather. You're just twisting it, so that's the start of a hole puncher.
Yeah. I bet you the cannon's ready to go off soon.
The bay was wide open in those days without any of this vegetation that we have out here today. This is totally different than it used to be. You could see the enemy coming, and once those guys got within range, half a mile or so, now you got 20 cannons going to start firing. Each cannon's firing up to 2 of these a minute. That's a lot of cannonballs flying out here. Now, even though they're small, they don't look like much. These little 6-pounders have been flying through the air well over 400 miles an hour. ¿Listo? Sí. Para España. Para España. Luego.
blacksmith is no different from the gold and goldsmith, the silver and silversmith, or the copper and coppersmith. It just describes the type of metal we work with. Now, the smith part, well, that comes from the Old English word smite, which means to hit or to strike. And after all these years, all that smiting got turned into, you got it, smithing. Did y'all know the name Smith? It's the most common name in the English language. That's why if you open up a phone book, I mean, if they still made them. Yeah, well, back in the days when they still made them, you get 20 pages of nothing but Smiths. And all that means is at some point there was a lot of metal workers here. Now, what are the two most common things you see a blacksmith on TV making? Horseshoes, or they're making swords, right? That's all Hollywood knows about us, y'all. Yes, no, but see, the blacksmith here in St. Augustine during the Menendez expedition in 1565 wasn't making any of those. First of all, there were no horses around. The horses didn't get here till years later. And when they finally got here, guess what? They're walking on packed sand. There are no paved roads. No need to make horseshoes, now is there? Of course not. Now, as far as the swords go, keep in mind who we're talking about. We're talking about Spanish soldados and settlers coming to the New World. And all this is uncharted territory, and these are dangerous times. You would want to be well prepared and well equipped as soon as you get here, wouldn't you? They brought all their swords and weapons with them. The blacksmith's job was far more important. Their job was to help the settlers build the colonies. Now, in order to build homes, you need tools. But after a while, these tools begin to break. Guess who has to fix them? The blacksmith. That's right, folks. Now, if we can't fix it, you know what we do? We make new ones, of course. Yeah, that's right. Now, that's just one of our jobs. Another one, equally as important. Well, let me ask you, did they have such thing as a Home Depot or Lowe's or Ace Hardware back in those days? No. But in order to build a house, you still need hardware, don't you? You need screws, you need nails, you need hinges, latches, chains, hooks. Where do you suppose people went to get all their hardware? Right here, folks, we're the hardware shop as well. And anybody guess what's the most important piece of equipment in a blacksmith shop? I'll give you a clue. It's not the hammer. Fire. The fire! That's right! This fire right here is the heart and soul of the entire operation, y'all. Without this fire here, I couldn't get this steel hot enough to do the things I need to do to it. Without this fire here, let's just say a beautiful day like today, I'd rather be out fishing. See, y'all agree. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all in a 10-minute presentation. I can't sit here and make you a samurai sword, can I? No, this ain't like that TV show. What's it called? Forged in Fire? Yeah, that's all Hollywood, y'all. No, what I can do, I can make you something that's still historically relevant to this park. As we know, the Fountain of Youth is an archaeological park. And oftentimes we get all these archaeologists to come out here, start working their little dig sites, and the one thing they will all agree on, the most common artifact found in places like this here. Oh, what happened? Okay, well, I'll just show you these. These colonial square nails. As you can see, they're much different from modern day nails. Modern day nails are round, they're smooth, they're made in factories using machines. These are made by hand. The way it works is you get the steel hot enough to where it becomes malleable. Now once it's soft and squishy, take the hammer and start hammering the top side. As you smooth out the surface, the anvil is doing the same work to the bottom. So you're actually working on two sides at the same time. Give it a quarter turn, repeat the process, boom, 4 sides to colonial square nail. I just told him that! I know! Y'all notice how I lost all that heat in just that little second? Well, don't take much to get it back to orange hot, folks. And I'm gonna break it off where I notched it, take the hammer and hit the nail on. And just like that, we have the head to our nail. Now, folks.
Pull it out.
Huh?
Pull it out.
Pull it out in 1 second. I want to show you something else. We talked about red hot, orange hot, yellow hot, white hot. We never talked about black hot, folks. All those other colors have one thing in common. A clear indication, a fair warning, I'm hot, don't touch me. As you can see, this piece of steel is no different from the other steel in the shop. If I were not to not pay attention and pick this up from the wrong end, I'll hold on to it for about a second. Yeah, and then it'll leave a mark to last a few weeks, but the memory will last a lifetime. You're looking at black hot, folks, 11,000 degrees. But here you go, folks, Colonial Square nail. Now, does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, or confessions? If y'all don't ask questions, I start telling worse jokes. Okay, here you have it. Why did the blacksmith's kid get sent to the principal's office? He got caught forging signatures. You think that's bad? Hey, I named my dog Blacksmith. You want to know why? Every time I come home, he makes a bolt full of door. I wasn't kidding, y'all. They get worse. But I hope y'all stay hydrated and have a wonderful day. I'm going to go back to getting hammered.
I'm scared. I'm gonna bite you.
Good.
Do it. Brandon, you're not scared. You have to back up and put your hand out.
So it hurts you.
Going for it, Brandon.
Don't test it.
Is it heavy? It's really heavy. Now this one takes it to half the weight. Go to the next one. That makes it half the weight.
Okay.
Okay, now that one goes and makes it a quarter of the weight. And you can lift it, right?
Yeah, try that, Brandon.
60?
Okay, you're picking it. Look at it. Yeah, it just hurts.
I'm weak.
All right, now move on. Can you lift it at half weight? Yeah.
This is a 60 caliber smooth bore gun that Pedro Menendez and his men would have been using here in 1565 and later on. This is your standard muzzle loader, meaning everything is going down the front, with your main charge being first. Pour that down the muzzle of our gun. Our wadding will follow. Wadding in Europe would have been felt plugs dipped in oil. We're using plugs of moss more commonly in the New World. Our shot would be a solid lead ball or a bag of BBs, turning this gun to a shotgun. Open the pan, now prime your pan. Shut your pan. Go up in a loose powder, take your match and blow on it. Fix it to the jaws of your serpentine. I'm now going to give 2 commands. Ready to fire? Fire. Cover your ears. This will be loud. Ready to fire and fire! I'd like to thank you for your time and I hope you all had a blast.
Thank you. Yeah, but it's not even as red. That thing's red. Yeah, it's so funny. I think they first flew like
Juan Ponce de Leon. It's been there so long that the tree grew around it. It's crazy.
He follow you.
I want to go. Okay. There's another set. Does it hurt? Does it hurt?
It don't hurt, does
No,
it?
it doesn't hurt.
Oh God. I don't run it like that at all. Oh, this one is hurting.
It's like tarpon feeding all over again.
Oh, I hit him in the head with it.
There's the squirrels.
They do it again.
Like, throw it over to the squirrel. Brandon, throw it. Is there any more in there? No, Brandon.
I looked at it. Number 1 vampire, or another one that's pretty good. Bad boy.
Here. Dude.
This guy's gonna